Hi, I'm Cara Newman-Rule.
Okay, so Cara, I know that you've been here a patient of Dr. Prima. Can I know why you came to see the doctor, how you came to see her?
Well, my bladder was falling out, and I felt this horrible pressure, and I
Mm-hmm.
kind of did some self-research on the internet, and then just knew that exercises weren't going to cure it,
Mm-hmm.
that the pressure was really uncomfortable to the point where when I urinated, I would literally have to stick my bladder back up for urine to come
Oh
out to
no,
relieve
I'm so
myself. Yeah, it
sorry.
was really uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and it affected my exercise. I couldn't exercise because gravity.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem like throughout the day, the pressure and the and my bladder falling out.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been feeling those symptoms? Do you remember when it started?
Well, with the pandemic, I have no sense of time. But
Right.
it was maybe a year before, and I had contacted my primary care and just said that this was going on, so they suggested some exercises. So I did those exercises. I'm a Pilates instructor, and
Mm-hmm.
so I knew a lot about the pelvic floor,
Oh wow.
but it wasn't making a difference for
Mm-hmm.
me.
And then, so when you came to Dr.
Yeah.
Prima's office, what did she tell you regarding, your symptoms and how did it go? What were your first thoughts mostly?
Well, she just immediately put me at ease. I think she put both my hands in hers. I think at one time she put my face in her hands
Oh.
and just assured me that I didn't have to suffer like this, that that she could help me.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah,
So, and then
it's
so
very
you
comforting.
decided to do the surgery, and how was your surgery? What were your experiences?
The surgery was a gift. I'm so glad I did it, and her care and the office's care and the hospital's care was all first rate. The anesthesia was minimal, and I went home the same day. I was walking. I wasn't uncomfortable. I wasn't out of it. And it all was as she promised. I felt instant relief. That horrible pressure was gone. Yeah.
I'm glad. So, I mean, what was your recovery like after the surgery?
It wasn't bad at all. The hardest part is that I have a young son through foster to adopt, and so I couldn't lift him for 2 weeks, which he did not like.
Oh.
But I stuck to that. I followed everything to the letter. I've stayed out of the pool and the hot tub and everything. I really had minimal discomfort, if any. I didn't even have pain afterwards.
Oh, wow.
So
I'm glad.
yeah, it was nothing to it.
I'm glad everything went well. So,
I don't want to minimize it, but it just was nothing.
Thank you, thank you. I know everything went well for you, which is great. I'm very, very happy for you. So, I know you know that a lot of women also have this symptom and they're very afraid to talk about it. They're afraid to face it. So, what would your, recommendation be? Any advices? What can you tell them?
Yeah,
if you
there's
have
so much shame associated with it, and because I think it's a postmenopausal condition, people don't want to face it because it's old age or something. But just take care of yourself. And it's easy, and you don't have to live that way. And I wish that everyone could have the kindness that surrounded me and the comfort.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know, it's been amazing. It's yeah, I mean, there's so much going on in this crazy world, and now I have one less problem.
Right. I'm glad. Well, thank you so much for doing this with us. Thank you for trusting us, and I'm glad everything went well.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the video as well, Cara.
Of course. Thank you.